Social media as a concept has to be the biggest trap that all of us have fallen into. And this isn't me saying don't use social media because, of course, we're all going to be on TikTok and Instagram. But what I'm trying to say with this video is don't let social media use you. And this is the core reasons why. First off, it's gotten to the point where people don't even actually post pictures anymore. Yes, people be making posts, but when I'm on IG and I'm looking at my suggested to follow, or when I get introduced to somebody and we exchange contact info, we get the IG. I noticed that people nowadays do not even make posts. They have simply just highlights. They probably have a quote in their bio, right? And they just have this is literally how it goes. They got the me highlight, and then they got the life highlight, and then they got a third highlight which pertains to any other activity that they're usually up to. And everybody knows what I'm talking about because it literally follows that exact same format every time, no matter who it is. I'm not even lying. And I feel like this is low-key because making a post, literally just posting yourself applies this passive pressure of so many different factors. For one thing, you're worried about the outfit that you're wearing. You're worried about the outfit because you're thinking oh wait, has any of my followers seen me in this fit? And then you're worried about all the different poses that you got. And then after you post it, that's not even the last part that matters. Now you're worried about if you're even going to get enough likes that you even want to keep it up, because your pictures could be tough. You can have some really good fit pics or scenery, whatever you posted, right? But if it hits a low amount of likes, best believe you're taking it down, all because we don't want to look like a lame. And I feel social media low-key kind of embeds that within us. We're outwardly wearing a mask that is presented to everybody else of who we want to be perceived as, and it's not exactly us, if that makes any sense. It's almost as if every few months social media kind of sets the standard for what our personalities and jokes and trends that we follow will be for this X amount of time before it's a new cycle. And it keeps everybody in a loop. Low-key, it really does keep everybody in a loop, huh? Because now I'm thinking about it. Every time that we're on social media, we see nothing but other people's lives. That's literally what stories are. And when you're consuming the information that you gain from people's stories, you consume it subconsciously. And then when you see it subconsciously, certain things, let's say someone posts mad things about dating. Now, I've literally seen it in real time where people will go on their notes and say, oh, I need a boyfriend. But then you kind of think about it and why does this person feel like they need a boyfriend? Or even look within and you're why do I feel like I want a relationship? And you're oh, because they're seeing all of this content on their TikTok, on their Instagram, that literally is making them feel like they need something. And this goes even deeper than just dating, because dating is the surface of this, to me, at least. It goes down to the clothes, to the shows that we watch, to the music that we listen to. And I'm not saying that completely detach from social media and stop going to it for this, because social media gives you a lot of great things. But you see these people that are so utterly dominated by what's on their feeds, by what they see, that it even fucking goes as deep as their lingo. The way that somebody fucking talks is completely sometimes from these people that have platforms, and it's actually insane. On top of that, the content that you actually stumble upon on social media either ranges from the most wholesome content to the most degenerate content. Is not even funny. For example, the red pill, black pill, all those types of communities, I feel that they do have their points, but it's just generally just most of the time degenerate content, worried about the completely wrong things. And you see a lot of bullshit on social media. For example, X is I'm not even gonna lie, it's completely just a porn platform. The porn on that app is so rampant that I have to stop using it because it's nothing but fucking porn. And I don't even fucking follow porn accounts or any of the such. If you go deep enough, they'll just be porn, and there's just literally you could just go on your timeline and they'll have now links over their photos that they use to promote whatever they're promoting, and it sends you to another website to watch the video in full. And I'm holy shit, X is now a fucking Gunner app, and they have fucking Grok AI. And there was a time on Twitter that you could not scroll without seeing somebody plugging their content and saying, Grok, put me in a bikini. And then you go into the comments and you just see these fucking Gooners, bro, that is holy shit, you guys are fucking fried, bro. And on X, if it's not Gooner content, then you got these stupid ass political conversations that people have, where they're going into full on arguments about all these different political concepts. And me personally, I'm one of those people where I could really give two fucks about politics, because I feel there's a lot of dark shit to the political climate here in this country that I personally I don't keep up with it at all. And whenever I see it, it's nothing but bullshit. Currently right now with ICE and Trump, that's a whole can of worms. That's crazy to me right now. And just to be seeing all these like conversations that are being had on these platforms regarding this country's politics makes my fucking brain rot. And I feel like what all these different aspects of social media boils down to is just the underlying toxic agenda that I kind of get from these apps, because on Instagram, like I said, is plagued by comparison and literally feeding into what other people are posting, because it literally projects onto you via their notes, their posts, their stories. And on platforms like Twitter, where like it's absolutely just people's straight opinions, and then you get so attached to these opinions and you get so attached to these different beliefs that you're fighting about. If you're consuming that, you're seeing literal hate, you're seeing everything negative on all these apps that you low-key kind of like lose yourself in it. You lose yourself with all these trends. You lose yourself in these conversations in the media that we literally intake on a daily basis. And I feel like we just need to take a step back and think about like, what is the importance of all these things? Because most of these apps are built on the foundation of comparison, of creating that spirit within yourself of lack, that you lack a relationship, that you lack these clothes, that you lack different materialistic things, or they even provoke you to get out of character when you're offended by something that you see online. And how much control social media really has over us, even in ways that we don't realize. Because I know that I'm just saying this, but like when you really do a deep dive and realize your activity on these platforms, you'll look and be like, fuck, I feel like these apps do have control on me in a certain way, because I even had to go through that. And I know that after watching this video, you may agree or disagree with me for like various reasons, which everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I'm gonna die on this hill that social media is a trap. It's a trap that makes us so attached to so many pointless things that this world has that we lose sight of what really matters, which is everything in the real world, in our reality on a waking basis. Social media is not a real place, and I feel like that's been confused. I think we've been taking social media as the real world when it's really not. It's really not, because when it's all said and done, when you're not worried about posting for your fucking followers or putting a fucking song on your note that niggas is not listening to and stuff like that you're just putting it there just to put it there, or you're posting some bullshit like, oh, FaceTime, who wants to go to sleep on the phone with me and all that stuff, or you're not scrolling on Twitter either being a gooner or getting into fucking political wars, you'll really sit there and be like, wow, none of this shit matters, because it really doesn't. It really fucking doesn't. And I'm gonna die on that hill, because I'm honestly tired of the performative, negative, and toxic environment that runs so deeply on these platforms that I feel like nobody else sees, besides like a few people that I've talked to about this, but no one else sees it but me. And I'm just tired of playing along with it. Like, yeah, I got my own IG where, you know, you're obviously going to be doing what everybody else is doing, like posting on your notes, posting stories, interacting with everybody. Like, of course you're going to be doing that. I do that. But it's because I've become aware of these certain patterns that I've been noticing, is why I felt the need to make this video. I've just become so detached from needing to put on an image for everybody else to see, to be quote unquote cool, to be quote unquote accepted by what my city deems to be what's in right now. Like, I'm so fucking over it. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I don't feel the need to do what everybody else is doing. I don't feel the need to hop on all these different things that's going on these social platforms, because to me, it is just one big performance that everybody is in on, because that's what's in right now. And I'm not interested in doing what's in right now just because everybody else is deemed it cool. I want to do what I want to do, which leads into another topic that we'll be talking about pretty soon, which is authenticity and individuality. But we'll save that for another day. That's basically it for the video. I just wanted to share my thoughts on social media being a trap. And I don't know if this is going to resonate with a lot of people, because a lot of people obviously, you know, be on these apps. But I feel like as I become more aware of everything that's been going on in this world and the different systems that's in place that we use on a daily basis, my perspective has started shifting. Like, and if I'm gonna still be using TikTok, Instagram, X, all these other apps, but I feel like now I'm gonna use it in a different way, because I've become so aware of all these different things that we subconsciously intake while we're using it. But if you fucked with the video and you like this style of content, then subscribe, because there's more videos like this on the way. Thank you all for watching.